Hey, what's up, universe? Yeah, I've been crying. It's pretty real today. I have the house more or less restored to where it was, how it was when I arrived, and it just brings up stuff about how I ended up in the house, and even just emotions around having my kids live with me in this house. And I just wanted to capture that, what's coming up for me right now. This is all part of the practice, right? And so what's coming up for me right now is there's definitely a part of me that's like, this isn't how it was supposed to be. And I know all of it's my choice, so I'm just sharing with you that that this is part of my practice and part of my internal struggle as well. Is knowing, I've made these choices before. It's changing relationships, man. Changing relationships has so many things to it, and there's a lot of emotion, at least in my experience, and it can make it very challenging to change relationships, for me to change relationships. And I'm just capturing that, even though I know that I'm going to experience things like this, where this is going to come up and the emotion's going to be very real, and part of me is going to really feel like the change is something that wasn't meant to happen. And while that feeling is totally real and very valid, at the same time, this is one of these times where it's not mutually exclusive, where a paradox exists and both sides are true at the same time, where that feeling of where the change, that's not how, there's a part of me where it's that's not how it was meant to be. While that's true, what is also true at the same time is the opposite, where it's no, this is exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's just like those motivational sayings you see on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Maybe, where it's maybe instead of things looking like they're falling apart, they're falling into place. That kind of idea. So it's practicing that. It's practicing that type of philosophy, that type of relationship to change. And it's always a stretch for me. It is always a stretch. Yet, just like any other exercise, leaning into that and honoring my truth and aligning myself, even if I have to change relationships in such a way that makes it uncomfortable, I'm willing to do that. And so I'm just acknowledging the fact that while I'm willing to do that, I still experience the other side. Because the other side is real too. It's the side that it's easiest to identify with. It's the thing I'm confronted with first, is the change, and in the resistance to it. No. So, anyway, I am gonna go back to exercising. All right, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.